Hey, I had a question about this one. So we're given this polynomial here and asked to find the zeros and give the multiplicities of each. And then beware the directions where it's list the zeros in order from least to greatest. So careful to do that. They only program the box to take the smaller number, in the first, and the larger number in the second. So this thing's kind of funky in that they only it's like a little factored, but it's not all the way factored, which is sort of a weird form. But here it is right here. And so the first thing I did was I went, well, so there's x squareds everywhere. So I took that out front, and that brought this piece to x to the fourth. So then here, this piece gives multiplicity 4 when I bring it down. And if I divide over the 2, I have x to the fourth equals 0, fourth root both sides, x is 0, which you can just do by inspection. But so there's the x equals 0, multiplicity 4. And then from this piece, so kind of what gives me a little heads up here is the 4 and the 25, and that those are perfect squares makes me want to at least try this, and hopefully it works. So remember we have the a squared plus 2ab plus b squared factoring formula, so that's what I'm using here. So the 4x squared is going to break down to 2x, the 25 would break down to a 5, and then our check on that is to multiply these two together and make sure they make that middle term, and it's like the quick version of FOIL. So 2 times 5 would be 10, and doubling gets us 20. You can also write them side by side and get your 4x squared. You'll have 10x on the outside, 10x on the inside. That adds to be the 20. That's what I just did the quick version of. And 5 times 5 is 25. To me, I find it easier if I see those squares to just pretend like this is going to work and check it. And then if it doesn't, then I'll go do magic method or something. But if I see the squares, it's often going to be one of these, so it makes me want to go that way. And then for these two factors, so that's going to be our multiplicity 2 because of that squared up there. Set that to 0. We're basically doing a root there. We can just set the inside as well, as long as we recognize it's multiplicity 2. Subtract the 5 over, divide the 2, and then there's our second root. So this one would need to go in the first box because it is a smaller number, and that one in the second box because it is the larger number. Hopefully that was helpful.